Hello. So apparently we're live again. Y'all can hear me, right? Can you hear me way in the back? Mr. Green Shirt. Hello. I have ice cream. Ice cream. All right. Not so much. I'm not used to presenting to empty chairs. So, like, I will put my imaginary friends in these first four. You are not so imaginary. But you know enough about GhettoSAN that I don't have to teach you anything. So GhettoSAN basically started out as a really terrible idea a couple of years ago at VMworld as what to do with all of the various conference sticks that you get, right? Like, oh, I bet you I can run storage on these, right? And it was terrible. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to do. So we collected a bunch of conference USB sticks, 2 gig, 4 gig, whatever, threw them together in a USB hub. One of those is a conference USB hub, I think. No, actually, neither one of those has a label. But whatever. Ran it on Exenta. Took about 2 hours start to finish. It actually performed exceedingly well. I think that is 11,000 IOPS out to USB disks. It's read-only, mind. One does not want to write to USB disks that fast. It doesn't work. And the performance wasn't too shabby. Didn't get any kind of crazy smells or anything, but this was only, it was what, 5 USB sticks? 5. Not much. You know, performance for a randomized read-write test. I did this with iometer and then piped the results into Excel, which is how that came out. It also wasn't horrible. It wasn't great, but I mean, it's USB sticks, right? What are you expecting? So we needed to go bigger, right? Obviously, all bad ideas are even better when you take the Mythbusters approach and just add some more black powder to them. So what did I do? You are making eye contact, and that is really throwing me. I know it's the respectful thing to do, but I need more audience. Come get some ice cream and sit down, folks. Come on. I know you want to. No. I mean, I've got until 4:30 to blow on this one before the actual presenter shows up, so... And we're over halfway through. So, and not like halfway to 4:30. I mean, we're over halfway through the...
So let me catch up. Bad idea, now you're going big.
Yeah, we're taking the bad idea and we're making it worse. This time around, I put a couple of tweets out like, hey, I need some conference USB sticks, let's go. Some folks at Veeam were kind enough to send me like all of the USB sticks. By the time we finished, it was a little over 120. Plug this into a Raspberry Pi because, well, it's a GhettoSAN, right? We're going to go with the cheapest piece of equipment we can find. And then finally, because my role at work changed and I wasn't doing VMware anymore, I decided, well, let's do this with OpenStack Swift because, you know, why not, right? So that's kind of what it looks like. I like the picture in the dark better because the LEDs blinked much brighter. And that's the first go-around. That's only about 23 sticks. That was a scale-up test, right? Like, can I actually do this thing? And it worked, unfortunately. So that's pretty much what it ended up looking like. That is, so each one of those small hubs is 7, and that's attached to another 7 USB keys, and it's what, maybe 12 of those? It's a lot of USB. That is a powered hub. The powered hub started making funny smells. You know, because like blinking lights are really cool. So some numbers on that one. Rebuilding the Swift rings, which is, or rebuilding and rebalancing Swift rings, which is what Swift does to balance all of the data in the cluster, took less than 3 minutes. Which for like a 2 gig data set actually wasn't all that exciting, but you know, for USB it's pretty impressive. Turning Swift on took about an hour. And I'm like, okay, well Swift is up, the rings are rebalanced, let's run Swift Bench, which is a Swift benchmarking test. Yeah, it did. I let the magic smoke out. Things stopped working very, very quickly and very, very gloriously. Not fire extinguisher gloriously, but close, right? So then, you know, okay, we needed to revisit this again. Come OSCON this year, we needed to make a whole bunch of USB keys. The first pick is the first implementation. Apparently, I had forgotten that I had let the magic smoke out, so as I powered it up again, it started to smell really, really bad and get really hot. So, you know, we being that we do things in the ghetto here, we provided a cooling solution. That is a powered fan, powered CPU fan, right? Oh, that was it. That was it entirely. So, yeah, that was it. Any questions? Wow, I went through that in like 6 minutes. I'm sorry.
So when will it be distributed by an ODM?
Yeah.
What? And
When can I buy mine?
When can I get one at home?
when can you get one at home? Find me at OpenStack Paris. You can have it when I'm done.
Will the vBrownbag be at OpenStack?
Yes, vBrownbags will be at OpenStack Paris.
What was the storage size of this? I missed what.
So each one of those is about 8 gig by 120. So I don't know, a lot. 800 and, yeah, almost a T. Swift makes copies of things in triplicate, so about a third of that.
So we have 5 volts on the USB.
Yeah.
Right? We don't know what the amp P was, right? But did you ever get to write and read, and did that increase the heat?
So
Out,
on the Swift one, I wasn't really paying that much attention. The question was, did I actually get to write and read, and as the voltage was changing and so on, did things go bad? On the Swift one, I wasn't paying as much attention because, well, where's the stats? Where are the stats for that one? There they are. Yeah, after about 58 minutes of turn it on, it kind of died when I started the benchmark. And the benchmark is great. The progress meter kept spinning, and then the lights on the USB started going off one by one, and then the smell started. So I imagine some reads and writes did happen, just not enough to.
did you ever get any of this architecture to work at lower density?
Down here, yes, I did. That's the biggest I got with OpenStack Swift on a Raspberry Pi was about 23 keys. This one here, I was able to maintain about 50, 60 megabytes of throughput a second, but this was doing a parallel, or I say parallel, but a sequential DD to all the disks. So it'd do write, yeah, like a block write around the ring and so on. If I had a video, yeah, it didn't actually video very well, but the lights would blink very rapidly going around the disk. Yeah. And so that maintained about 40 or 50 megabytes a second. Like the limiter there was the USB throughput, not the voltages or so on. I did multiple hubs back here, but that was the small scale test, right? That was really, really small scale. That wasn't. If I can find a donor hub to add an additional 23 ports, yes, even this is multiple hubs. What am I talking about? Well, I mean, the Pi itself only has so many USB ports, and I was using one for the keyboard, right? So that was it for the Pi one. I have some more stuff I did with the Pi if you all are interested. We got another half an hour to blow, so. Cut me? Just for a minute. I'm done.